Hi, it's been a while since I've been here doing a video, and I'm excited to be back. Well, sort of. These videos are a little tricky for me. Sometimes I feel like I have massive imposter syndrome. Just like, what do you have to say that's so important? But I'm giving this a try for a year or so just to share what I've been learning and walk a little bit alongside you in this journey. And I've tried to make my videos about little miniature life lessons, things that I've learned that have really impacted me. And today I wanted to talk about volunteering. I had the wonderful privilege of volunteering in Spain for a week. I was actually in Spain for about 3.5 weeks, and one of those weeks was spent volunteering. Can you hear Rico? Rico, come here, come here. Come here, say hi. And get it. Oh, there he is. Okay, here's my doggy. By the way, side note, he went to Walmart with me today. I actually stuck him in my purse, and all you could see was this little nose sticking out and little friendly eyes and little teeny ears flopping around, and he did so well. Nobody seemed to really notice him because he's so teeny. I have this black purse, and I just carried it over my shoulder, and there he was. And I mean, he doesn't weigh 5 pounds. So he had his first Walmart trip today. He also met Ella's new doggy called Bruno, and they're going to be great doggy play date buddies, I think, coming up. So I love having a dog. It's really so nice. Although I've lost a little bit of favor with him when I was gone. When I came home, he seemed to be kind of mad at me. I'm like, is that normal? He was like, you left me, you abandoned me, or something. I don't know. At any rate, I had the opportunity to volunteer in Spain for 1 week with a program called Diverbo, and I'll put this information in the video notes here below in case you're interested, because I would highly recommend it. Number one, it is free, all accommodations paid except your airfare, so it would be your room and board, and they put their volunteers up and their participants up at an extremely nice hotel. So you're very well fed, you're very well cared for with air conditioning, which is a big plus in Spain because many places don't have air conditioning. And anyway, the program itself, called Diverbo, deals with speaking English all day. So if you kind of like to talk, then, or even if you don't, if you can ask questions, then this might be a really good fit for you. And basically, the participants who pay to take part in the program are wanting to learn English and improve their English skills, and they need an immersion atmosphere. And they have put thousands of people through this program over the years. I'm not sure how long they've been in existence, but it was an extremely well organized program from start to finish. And they met us, everyone flies into Madrid. They met us in Madrid, treated us to a wonderful lunch at I think, is it Casa Patas or something like that, but it's all flamenco. And we actually saw a live flamenco show, which, by the way, I will be blogging about. Tomorrow, Monday, starts my first day of my reflections in Spain, and I'm going to put a lot of pictures up there. I took agave pictures, and I would love it if you would journey alongside me in that adventure as I bring some takeaways from my trip and just some reflections. Spanish people are just nothing short of wonderful, and that's tomorrow's blog. It's all about how kindness translates in any language. It doesn't matter. We all understand when someone's being kind to us. So anyway, Diverbo, Diverbo.com is the program, and they have programs in Germany and in Spain. And I've heard that both countries are very good. German food apparently is really, really scrumptious, although what they fed us also at the hotel, kind of a resort hotel, was very, very nice, and I really enjoyed the food. So it was a lot of fun, a lot of action, very well choreographed, and basically it was a volunteer work vacation. if you will. And from 9 o'clock until about midnight, basically I needed to show up and participate in assignments like group activities, one-on-one chat sessions. Sometimes we had 4 people in a group for a discussion table. We walked, we did tours, we were shown how to, there's an art apparently to carving a ham bone, or like the ham on the bone. It's a big leg of a pig, and they put it up on like a structure that holds it in place, and then you take the knife and you actually carve towards you, and you get this Iberian ham that is just so thin and with a lot of fat on it. And I don't really care for ham, but it was scrumptious. Just a melt in your mouth kind of ham. Matter of fact, that's the one thing you cannot bring back to the United States. I would have loved to have brought even the pre-packaged, sealed pieces of ham that are even dried or whatever. Nope. It's, you know, you can bring cheese back, for crying out loud, but you cannot bring their meat. They're very, very tricky about that. Matter of fact, I had decided I would just buy it in the airport so it would have, you know, no trouble. And the guy at the store where I was buying it, he said, nope, you can buy anything you want, but you'll have to eat your ham before you get into the United States, because we're so picky about that. So at any rate, I didn't get to bring any back, but one of the programs, like they did a couple of tours, which was just fascinating. Once I thought, you know, I'm going to go to Spain, I'm going to speak English, really? But I was trying to maximize my time there. I was trying to get to see another city. I was trying to get to know people and understand the culture more, and all of that came true. I didn't speak Spanish that week for the most part, but my goodness, did I have a great time learning about the culture, tasting the food, taking tours. And it was all in a little teeny kind of medieval town called La Alberca, and it's around Salamanca. It was maybe about an hour or so distance from Salamanca on the way to Madrid. So I guess that would have been west of Salamanca. And anyway, so I couldn't highly recommend that. And I was thinking about even just the act of volunteering, because this year I was able to, I generally on my deck from year to year, sometimes I put out a lot of flowers, and I love the flowers, but they're kind of pricey, and sometimes I'm not going to be here, or I'm in and out, and the care for flowers, you need to water them all the time and so forth, and make sure they're getting food and such. And so I thought this year, nah, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to skip my deck and putting all the lovely annuals out there. I'm just going to skip it. But what happened, the most curious thing happened, was that I have some boxes some flower boxes that are hooked and built into my deck, to the railing here on the deck. I'll show you in a moment. And from those, normally I dump those every fall, dump the dirt, dump everything out, stack my their liners that are in there, kind of sturdy, heavy-duty liners, plastic liners. I stack those, stick them under my house so that they're all nice and safe and preserved for over the winter. They don't get brittle and all of that with the ice and the snow and the cold weather. But last year, for whatever reason, it didn't get done. And so right there, I left all the dirt, everything in there, hadn't even cleaned it out, wasn't going to plant anything this year, and so I just wasn't paying any attention to it. And one day I walked out, and would you believe that some of the petunias that I had planted last year had begun, they had sprouted, and they had grown up into these beautiful little petunia plants, the ones that I would pay for. And I thought, wow, I have volunteer petunias coming up. Unbeknownst to me, with zero effort on my part, here they come. So I took the moment to, at that point, I was going to care for them, because there they were. So I transplanted them into a larger container. And the life lesson from all of that really is that it's just the impact of volunteering and the beauty of volunteering. Often we think, as a volunteer, that, we're just helping ourselves, and that, oh, I'm doing something philanthropic, something good, something that's going to be helpful. And those are wonderful reasons to do it. But in the end, what usually ends up happening is that we are blessed when we volunteer. We receive some type of intrinsic blessing when we reach out and we help other people. Yes, it's the right thing to do. It's a good thing to do. We need to be others oriented, but there's a why. Why do we need to be that way? It's because not only is it helping someone else, but it's also helping us. Jesus said that we would always have the poor among us. I wonder if he said that because to have the poor among us makes those of us who aren't poor, we have to rise to the occasion of living beyond ourselves and reaching out to someone else and helping someone else. And because it's valuable, it not only helps someone else, it sets that foundation, but it also helps us, and it can be a really, really beautiful thing. Let me see if I can flip my camera around. I've just never figured out how to flip it when I'm talking. I don't know what I'm doing with all the lighting here. Okay, I'm gonna do it the old-fashioned way and just turn it around. Okay, here you go. These are the actual, you can see just those, right? The five of them. Here is my beautiful plant. Check it out. Isn't that nice? Let me see if I can, where is it? There it is. Isn't that beautiful? It's beautiful. I need to water right now. There are even there we go. There are even a few more that came up over here. So I think that is the life lesson for today. And it's just a reminder that though I spent my time in Spain and I was volunteering, I was going to help others and I'm going to spend my time that way. And obviously I was also motivated to, part of the reason I went, Spain's been on my radar for my life, basically since I was probably, 14. And so yes, I knew that I was going to enjoy that, and the Lord blessed me with that trip. But also it was a great way to pour into the lives of someone else, because it was hard. I will tell you that it was exhausting to talk nonstop from 9 until basically midnight, although we have the little lunch hour. You had a couple hours there, and occasionally there was a little bit of free time, but not much. And so yes, I was selfishly motivated on the one hand, but I also knew it would help because that's what you do when you volunteer. But what happened was that the blessing kind of came back to me. So if you're at a point in your life where you just think there's something more, you need a little something more, then I would encourage you to look at the opportunities that we have here locally or in Spain, traveling, missionary work, that sort of thing, and seeing where you might be able to plug in, because it kind of comes back on you in a way that's just beautiful, and it's so fulfilling. It's a wonderful way to invest our time and our energy, and it's just a whole lot of fun. So I hope you're able to consider Diverbo, and I couldn't recommend it more highly. So all right, until next time.